Hello and welcome, Castle here, and today we're going to dive right back into the Destroy mod. I've done a few things off camera we'll cover here, but we're going to get into the Dynamo as well as the centrifuge, and hopefully we're going to get all the way to that little black powder that blows up, that touch powder. So that's our goal, and we're going to strive for it. Been trying to check a few things off the list here. So if we take a look, I'm standing on a roof. I know, a roof. Really, it's amazing. Went and found some mangrove planks. It's not really that good of a looking roof, and the building kind of didn't turn out how I wanted, but it's a building and it has a roof. If we come down here, you can see it doesn't have doors or windows yet. So, I mean, let's not get too over ourselves. But I've been playing around. Oh, it's all frozen up again. I've been playing around a lot with the Crates Crafted Edition mod. Having too much fun. Spent way too long on this, and I was like, oh, I need to actually progress. So we've got a nice big old battery, or accumulator battery, whatever. Still need to set these up so they automatically feed. I've got the pumps running on a different SU system, just some water wheels down there, just so these always have water, but the heat is the problem. I need to set up some mechanical arms or something, but that's not the scope of what we're doing, so we're going to just ignore it. And besides the fact that actually I've got wires running up here. Why is it? It's like, I don't know if it's showing it for you guys too, but it feels like it's running really low on the FPS. Anyway, I have the wires up to here, and then they don't actually feed in my base or anything yet. I need to create some of the electric motors, but again, that's how I kind of want to power it. Is I want to use kind of a power system that feeds all our farms, blah 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 blah. So I haven't done anything really over here. I did a crap ton of mining to get the electrum, because you gotta crush up tuff and it gives you a bunch of different nuggets, and electrum's one of them. It's the only way to get it. So that was did a lot of mining. Anyway, so I've got this set up for our dynamo crafting. So if we come in here, hopefully this won't overstress the system. Okay, it won't. Well, these will run really slow. If we come in here, look at our dynamo. Here's our recipe, so I'm just going to go ahead and set this up over here. Cogwheel. Boom, boom. Oh, these are the bottom. And I want to say it was that. Yes. Oh, that's so slow. All right, perfect. Alright, and then, we need to sleep. We'll sleep, and then we'll get some of this set up. Alright, and then we're looking here at the centrifuge, which is just the, what am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Large cogwheel on top. Alright, there's their centrifuge. So there's the two different machines that we're going to need here today, so that's pretty exciting. So let's get those going there. Now, we need to do a few things for the setup to work. So we need to go find those blaze cakes that we made last episode. Checking our sniffer here. Just a cork plant. I need those magic beans. Yes, the magic beans. You know the ones. Beetroot seeds. Magic beetroot seeds. Maybe that's why he hasn't given me. I've been telling him the wrong thing. Anyway, you know what I want. You just keep sniffing, my friend. Aha, we need to put them down here. Nice dark down here. We really need to light this up. We also need some of this. Not sure how much. We'll start with this. Alright, let's grab an empty one of these. Let's put it over here. And let's turn it off. Perfect. So we're going to take it. We're actually going to. We're going to drop it in, not place it on top. And then we are going to mix it with some. We're going to heat, superheat this with the blaze burner, and it's going to give us some molten cinnabar. But we need to flip this and turn that on. Oh. Turn that off. There we go. We wasted a little bit of it, so let's go get some more, and let's make some more while we've still got this going. Alright, so we're going to take this here. We'll shut this off. Take you. We're going to put it over here and dump it into the bubble column. So make sure everything's red. Yep. Close that down. Make sure that's connected. Alright, let's turn this on. Now this should turn into sulfur and mercury, and we're going to need that mercury in order to make a few different components here. Oh, you need to be heated. Didn't feel like wasting a blaze cake, so what you need is coal. And there we go. So there's our mercury and there's our sulfur. Are these empty? That's not. I don't really care about water, so we're actually gonna just do that. Get rid of the water. So let's turn these on. And then it should start processing more. Perfect. So this is what we need. We'll use this for stuff later. For now, we'll just store it along the wall here. And I ended up putting these little stoppers here because they kept rolling off the edge and it was a pain. Oh, it is nighttime. Let me sleep while these process. And then we will go ahead and check out the next phase we need to do with them. Close these. Oh, I keep forgetting it's underneath. Let me close this. Alright, this mercury right here is what we need. But we need actually a whole nother setup because we need to shocky with our dynamo. So let's, maybe we'll use the, I don't have a motor. Well, what's our stress like on this? Ooh, yeah, we don't have a lot there. I guess I gotta unplug this. Let's, I need to, now that we're gonna have the stress coming from over there via the cable and then the motors, I'm gonna kind of rearrange this whole thing off camera and clean this up a little bit. Let me see what it takes to make a motor real quick. So it looks like it's a similar shape as our alternator, but it looks like it uses brass sheets instead. Other than that, it looks like it's basically the same. So let me give it some brass sheets and a capacitor. Make this and we'll get that set up there. Again, I know this isn't part of the scope, but it's going to make our lives a little bit easier. Or actually a little bit easier. Oh, shoot. Except for, I should have brought some... Well, I just have these blaze cakes. Yes, our accumulator is going to store the power. It won't go to waste. Alright. Is that still not enough to unstressify you? Oh, hey, more cork. You already gave me one of those, friend. I need the magic. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you give me snuggles. I don't need your snuggles. I need the magic beetroots. Alright, you hungry hippos. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Do you produce even more if I... Oh no, the water's not enough. Alright. Boom. Beautiful. Alright. Ooh, you can hear the hum. I like that. Alright. Need to make some more of these little connectors so I can get the power from our lines that are running across here. But again, I'm going to get this little setup going with power. I'm not trying to take away from the destroy stuff. So I'll get that. If I can freaking hop up blocks, jeez. I'll get that set up over here. Actually, I have had a revelation. I'm pretty sure this setup here is going to be the same exact thing that we're going to need for our dynamo. Oh, forget all the expensive setup. Well, we'll still be using you later. Don't you worry. Don't get too excited. Where are we? Over here. Mercury. I do see one potential problem though. That this has two buckets in it, and I'm using the same in and out. So we might actually need to set up an out coming out one side and in going in the other. Let's put this here. Yeah. Let's not be lazy. Okay. All right, I'm gonna place this down, and it's totally gonna overstress our system. Let's watch. And yep, 304. Oh, boom! I don't need you right now. Beautiful. All right, place you down. Off, so you should be working. All right, let's see if this does what we need it to. Go. Zap. Oh, jeez. Maybe this needs to be one down. Let's do the ponder thing. Oh, it's in the right spot. Why are we not shocking? Maybe it's not fast enough? Okay. I am an idiot. As always, I know. This needs to be mercury and brine, right? Brine, which we get from running water through this system here. So, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put that, oh, our thingy is dead again, huh? Put you here. Open you up. And I gotta go get some coal or something. Actually, this probably isn't the best way to do it, but we'll just get some. He doesn't need to go for very long. And there we go. Brine and distilled water. Alright, let's turn this on. Or, what do you mean empty? Nope. Helps if you actually pick up what you need first. Alright, let's come over here. We want it from the bottom one. Let's turn you off. Let's turn you on. Brine it is. Hopefully 5 milliwickets is enough. Let's see. We'll find out real quick. Oh my gosh, I keep doing this. You gotta flip the switch first, then grab the minecart. Wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. Oh, look at that! Alright, so we actually need... Oh, see, it already made chlorine. Perfect. So, which is what we're looking for. That's what we need for our iodine. Iodine from iodide. Alright, so let's... Still got 50 or 500 millibuckets of mercury. So let's create another thing of brine. Alright. Should make that work. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, now when we put it here, what we're going to see is it's actually going to pull everything out. And we're going to get both of these solutions in here, which isn't really what we want, but we'll be able to work with it. It calls it a mixture, which is where our centrifuge is going to come in handy. So, real quick, I set these levers with some clutches underneath in order for me to be able to turn off these individual machines when I'm not using, which is going to be super helpful. I did that for those, as well as up here for the crushing wheels, and then also my precision mechanism creator contraption here. Now, I've also run a line over here. I gotta cover that up still, so we can pump stuff in and out of our vat. Now, I've also pumped some pressure out of our vat, just because I'm gonna put some stuff in there I don't want to blow up. But ammonia is a gas, and so if I have the vent open, it'll fly out, right? I was gonna do the centrifuge, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to see if I can just mix it inside of the vat. If that'll work, that would be great. If not, we'll start over. Brand new day. So we need the ammonia. We need the mixture that we made, and we need the iodide. Now, we're going to dump this stuff in there, and we're going to see what it does. Probably not the best plan. Probably should have separated it out first, but, you know, we're feeling experimenty today. So let's start with the ammonia. Yep. Lock you down. This is my input valve. Oh, and there it goes. Shut that. And you can see here, we now have water, ammonia, hydroxide, proton, and ammonium, which those are such small things. These are just basically things that can happen from ammonia interacting with, say, nitrogen or whatever it might be. And the water must have just been in the mixture there. This is our mixture, which is supposed to mix with our, has our chlorine in it, and will mix with our ammonia. Nope. We want it to mix with our iodide, so probably should have put the ammonia in last. That's okay. Let's do this anyway. Turn it the right way. And there we go. We're getting mercury. Apparently we still had some mercury in that whole thing, so this is an issue. Well, let's see what nasty things we concocted in here. Awesome. Well, that's a problem. We have ammonium, and we needed chlorine, not chloride. Okay, I think I might have figured it out. This has been a few weeks of me banging my head against the wall, if we're being honest. Sorry this is taking so long to get out. This is why I'm having some issues here. So, let's see if we got to figure it out. First off, one of my main issues was I was getting chloride instead of chlorine. And I think it happened when I moved stuff from the basin after the Dynamo shocked it, and it was doing some mixing inside of the tank with sodium and a few other things to create the chloride, which I think is one of the generic reactions, which I still don't quite fully comprehend how to make those work or not work when I don't want them to, right? So what I ended up having to do is I crafted these test tubes, which are just some glass panes, 5 of them in the thing, and instead of pumping out the chlorine solution from the basin after I shocked it, I grabbed it with a test tube and then danced over here because it was poisoning me. Dumped it into one of these little things here, and I got the chlorine solution here, separate, without having to run it through the whole centrifuge or any of that kind of stuff, because the problem is I was running the stuff through the centrifuge and it was just pulling out the chloride, it wasn't pulling out the chlorine. So hopefully this fixed it. So I've got up here, actually it's almost night. I'm gonna sleep. Let me grab this, let me sleep, and then I will meet you up there at the vat. Alright, so if we take a look here in the vat, I've put in my impure potassium iodide solution, which is mostly water, iodide, potassium, and ethanol. Right? It's got a few of these other things which are going to create some small reactions, but I think in the end we're going to be okay. So really what I'm focused on is this iodide plus the chlorine I'm going to dump in there needs to make iodine. And I don't want it to, hopefully it doesn't interact with potassium and ethanol. I'm not quite sure if it does or not, but so let's take here, oh shoot, that's why we turn these off, so I can dump this down. Ammonia, nope, we need that in a minute. Chlorine solution, alright, let's firm that in there. Okay, let's make sure that's closed. Yep, alright, we're closed. Alright, here we go, here goes nothing. And iodide, chloride, frick. Oh, frick. So we keep creating this iodide, or sorry, freaking chloride. Freaking chloride. So if we look here, chloride is made by a bottle of tears. It gives us chloride and sodium ion. And we can distill water and we get water or chloride. So the chloride and the sodium ion, that's the brine. I gotcha. Okay. Now, chemical reaction, iodide plus chlorine is going to give us chloride and iodine. We should expect to have some iodine and chloride. So dump the chlorine in, it should have made iodine. And unless I'm more stupid than I think I am, which is possible, I guess. Anyway, let's go back here. We weren't done. So iodide plus the chlorine makes the chloride and the iodine. Obviously, this isn't what happened. Or hydroxide and chlorine. So I think this is what's happening. Is we've got some sodium in there, we've got some hydroxide and some chlorine, and so it's creating these chemicals. So I gotta somehow make sure there's no hydroxide sodium ions in the vat first, which I guess means I need to do. So the centrifuge is frustrating. let me explain why. So you run the stuff through the centrifuge, and it doesn't actually separate stuff out. I guess I imagine it would. It still creates some mixtures, and then you have to run things through 3 or 4 times, and then all you have is a higher concentration of some things and lower. It doesn't actually separate them out, which I find very frustrating. I wish it would say, here's the heavy molecules, here's the lighter one, then it separates them out. But whatever, I'm sure it's actually acting more accurate than I would hope. So what I need to do then is somehow get the iodide out of this. Just the iodide. No, well, there's no hydroxide left because it all mixed with the freaking sodium and whatnot. And then I gotta create more. I gotta create more of the chlorine solution. Let's throw this in the centrifuge real quick and see what it does. Alright, looks like we got everything hooked up, right? So if we come here, so I guess I realized that I set this up off camera, but really the centrifuge here has to have the output on the side and the bottom, and then the input on the top. So I've just used a clutch. I've got the stress units coming up from below, 3 cogwheels here to turn those 2 pumps and the centrifuge itself. And then I'm pulling power off of this cog using the double cardan shaft from Destroy, which is very helpful, just to come power this one over here. And then again, the kind of 3 stations, an input and 2 outputs, right? Anyway, let's turn this on. Gonna twisty it up, and we'll see what we get. Dirty water and impure salt solution. So here's the thing, it's pulling, and I have a hard time seeing what's in here. So what we're actually gonna have to do, we're going to have to pull it over here, put it in the basin, take some out with the test tube, and see what's really in there. Let's see what's in the dirty water, shall we? Alright, so dirty water is obviously making me sick. Is water and acetic acid, which, crap. I should shut this off first. Oh man, just get it out of my inventory. Alright, now the world is right again. Move the dirty water back over there. Let's, you know, there's hardly any of that acid in there, but that's empty. We can shut this off. Put that back here for now. Switch, grab this. So move that over, and then I'm going to shut this off so I can just dump this test tube back in there. And there's our iron. That's all of our stuff. There's our hydroxide, all the stuff we don't want. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't care about the water and the whatever acid in here, so I'm actually going to just disassemble those and get sick by it being out in the air. So the pollution it's adding there, I probably need to make some monitors and see what's going on there. But that's empty, that's empty. So this is what I meant by it kind of didn't pull out what I needed it to, right? So if I put this back in here, let's make sure all these are down. If we run this impure salts through here again, let's see what we get out of it. So this time it just gave me water by itself, and then all of the other stuff, which if you'll note, I'll damage myself again in order for this to work. Still has a bunch of water in it. So how many times am I going to have this just pull out the water before it actually will pull out anything else? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, it'd be nice if it would just be like, alright, here's your water, here's not. So if this is truly just water, I don't care about the water. Okay, so after doing that about geez, it was at least 5 times, I now have 29 millibuckets of impure salt solution and 29 millibuckets of ethanol. So basically it reduced it in half until there wasn't any water left, which there might still be water in here, but now I've got ethanol, which I should be able to just come put with this ethanol here. Okay, yeah, I've been beating my head against the wall way too much. Oh my gosh. What do I see back there? Not really willing to deal with those guys right now. But I'm gonna admit defeat at this point. I either need to distill it down way more than, or sorry, use the centrifuge to separate it out till there's just not enough there to do anything with. It's gonna require a ton of time to get those resources. So I think for now, I think it needs to either be looked at either from a balancing point of view, or if it's a bug. It could be either or I'm just stupid and don't know chemistry. If you're screaming at the at the computer right now, please leave a comment and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Otherwise, let's stop it for here. Next episode, we will just find a different way to find oil, because we were using the touch powder. We wanted to get it to easily find oil, but if we can't get the touch powder, that's not helpful at all. So what we'll probably do is there's a way to kite creepers around to different chunks, which doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but that might be what we end up doing. Or we'll go in search of a desert temple and get some TNT that way, because if you notice here, TNT has a new recipe using Destroy, and it requires plastics and explosives and some other sort of lesser explosive. So, or sorry, what is this? TNT and then a primary explosive. Whatever it is, it's way more complicated than just using gunpowder from creepers. So, that being said, we're going to either kite some creepers around, or we're going to, like I said, look for a desert temple or buried treasure, find some TNT that way, and just pray we can get lucky with the different oil. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. Please leave a comment if you can help me out. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully it won't be 3 weeks again this time. I'll do my very best.